Let's go ahead and bring in Republican strategist now, Luke Ball, as well as former GOP national spokeswoman Elizabeth Pipko. Great to see both of you. Thanks for being here. Luke, it's not just about this child rape case out in Fairfax County. DHS says the entire county is a hotbed for illegal immigrant sponsored crime. House Republicans now launching this investigation. What do you think they're going to find?
I lived in Fairfax County for almost 5 years. It is nearly impossible to get arrested in Fairfax County and maintained behind bars for any length of time. You basically have to have a list of references and a resume and a cover letter in order to get inside the jail, and that's ridiculous. We should not have a situation where law and order is being politicized, but that's what you see in Fairfax County, in Arlington County, and these are some of the worst offenders. They've let rapists out on the streets. We've had somebody murdered in their sleep in Fairfax County, and the judge or the prosecutors have let them off. And it's just a demonstrable pattern of allowing these criminals to run free. And regardless of whether you're a Republican or Democrat, that should not be the case.
Well, Elizabeth, what's in it for city and state and local officials to allow criminals to sort of rampage across their communities? What's in it for them?
Well, you know, Julian, you'd have to ask them. And I can tell you, I'm curious myself. I've been asking this of Democrats for how many years now, as I wonder why they continue to vote for these horrific policies, which, as Luke said, are actually putting their lives at risk. As DHS said, this is American lives that are being played with. This is Russian roulette with the American people. I can't imagine why anyone is okay with this, why anyone is okay with the policies of putting those who came here illegally and are actually harming Americans above everyday American citizens who deserve the best, who deserve our best efforts to keep them safe. I think it's absolutely asinine, and I think we have to be honest. 10 years ago, if you had mentioned this to a Democrat, they would have laughed in your face and said they would never stand for this, and yet here we are in 2026.
Luke, to a certain extent, I'm just thinking out loud in real time here, if you're a politician in Fairfax County, an elected official of any kind, whether you're the prosecutor, the DA, what have you, you don't want a reputation for cracking down on suspects and overstepping, constitutional authority in this environment. But at the same time, you got to balance that against your primary responsibility, which is public safety.
They're not doing a good job of balancing it if that's their motivation. I think that unfortunately in the Democrat Party, the progressive wing of that party has basically taken the rest hostage. So moderates don't exist anymore in deeply blue cities or jurisdictions. In the DMV, if you're a moderate Democrat, you're essentially considered a conservative. I mean, blue dog Democrats don't exist anymore for all intents and purposes. And unfortunately, I think that the left would have you believe that the status quo is tenable. They're fine with you stepping over crime tape in major cities. They're fine with criminals running rampant because it appeals to that Marxist element within their party that has gained so much popularity over the last few years.
Elizabeth, take a listen to this soundbite from Rep. Katie Porter. Some more sort of thoughts from the left in terms of treatment of illegal immigrants. This is, you'll see in a second here, a topic that we revisited last when Kamala Harris was running for president.
Congresswoman Porter, your thoughts on the idea of funding health care for undocumented immigrants statewide?
Yes.
Yes, and
that's, by the way, what I think Californians deserve.
If I remember correctly, Harris took a huge hit in the polls when she made some pretty similar comments on the campaign trail.
And that's exactly what she deserved. Again, look, I'm sorry, I can't believe we're even having this conversation. I am of the belief that our American children, our veterans, any American who's suffering in any way should come before those, again, who illegally came into our country. And I don't believe that is a radical belief. I also don't believe that there are many Americans who disagree with me on that belief. That is normal common sense. There's a reason Donald Trump has said for years, I'm not just conservative, it's just common sense. And there's a reason he keeps winning, because the American people don't care if you're right or left when you're putting their children in harm's way for those that, again, came into our country illegally, broke the law, and are also harming American citizens. This entire thing is a joke. I cannot believe the Democrat Party is here right now, but Katie Porter should be rejected, and all of these poor Democrat policies should be thrown away.
Luke, real quick before I let you guys go, I want to ask you guys about Senator Fetterman, who is striking again. He's sort of calling out his own party for what he is calling pro-Hezbollah, pro-Hamas chants outside this Manhattan synagogue where one NYPD officer yesterday ended up in the hospital. This is what Fetterman says. He says, mob of pro-Hezbollah Hamas SHIT heads racing against law enforcement and terrorizing the New York City Jewish community near a synagogue and daycare. Where's my party's condemnation?
Yeah, if he keeps talking like a conservative, he's going to have more conservative supporters in his camp than a Wyoming Chick-fil-A, and I'm all for it. Like, we need common sense in the Democrat Party. We need common sense on the Republican side, too. And unfortunately, that vein of anti-Semitism that he's calling out has been prevalent in our college campuses. The Democrats had a golden opportunity to call out those people and silence them, but they didn't. They supported them.
All right, we got to leave it there. Luke, Elizabeth, thanks for staying up with us. Great to talk to you.